What's up, Womack Nowstalgia? Dave here with a concert review of Denzel Curry's Mischievous South tour. Was lucky enough to see Denzel Curry in Boston at Roadrunner. Kenny Mason and 454 opened up. And yeah, I was super excited to see Denzel Curry live. He actually was at the top of my list for rappers that I've never seen before that I've wanted to see live. And he's been at the top for quite some time. Last time he headlined, I was away, so I couldn't see him. Remember before that, he actually opened up as an opener for Billie Eilish. So I just kind of missed some of his tours, and I obviously been a fan of Denzel for a long time now. At this point, think about when I first started listening to Denzel Curry, it was probably like 2015 or so, right? Like Imperial era. When Ultimate actually came out. It's been a long time, and been a fan for such a long time, and obviously everyone knows how great he is, and I was super excited to see what that would translate to live. And not that I was surprised, but man, Denzel Curry is so sick live because he's so energetic. I think what's so cool about him live too is he is very theatrical as a performer. Like he has a voice. He's so good at yelling and shouting and hyping up the crowd and just kind of exuding that energy. I think in a really contagious way. And the way his voice just kind of booms and bellows as he performs and he interacts with the crowd. It's just really fun. In terms of the set list, I would say it's probably skews a bit more towards the recent stuff, and there's some admissions, I guess. Think about the story. It was largely very high energy, right? So he doesn't perform a song like X Wing, right, which was probably the most popular of his journey down the melodic side of things with Melt My Eyes, a few projects ago. He doesn't really do that much live. He really kind of sticks to the energy stuff. But it's more of the recent projects, right? So I was a bit disappointed to not hear Naughty Head live, one of my favorite songs from his. He doesn't do that. He doesn't do Speedboat off Zoo. But I think what the song he does do, he does Ricky, Walkin', G's Up, his Go-To feature, the Armani White song. He does his, cover, freestyle cover of Kendrick Lamar's TV Off Diet, which is fucking incredible live. He does Sumo. He does Sked with Kenny Mason, brings out Kenny. He also does another late night with 454, which I think that was really cool. How he brought back out the openers, which was fun. He does ULT. He does Hot One, and I know when he did it, he just did it in New York. Actually ASAP Ferg and T. Corinne were there. Obviously, that wasn't the case here in Boston. You know, I think about the recent Denzel hits. I haven't probably gravitated towards them as much as some of his earlier stuff. That's okay. I think just such a fun show. I think the energy was so high. People were hyped there. There was tons of moshing. There was actually a fight during the Kenny Mason set, which is hilarious, right in front of me. It was really cool. People really knew the words too. Hearing people rap ULT, that was pretty sick. People rapped the TV off cover. People knew the words, which was sick. I will say this was one of the most guy heavy rap shows I've ever been to. Most rap concerts lean guys, unless you're talking someone who's more commercial and broad like Drake. Most rap shows lean guys. But this had to be 95%, to be honest, which was just kind of funny to see. I gotta say though, the ending of the set really sick. Obviously, he does Still in the Paint, Waka Flocka pseudo cover, which I think is just a really cool song. Shout out Waka Flocka, very important artist that people might forget from time to time, but Hard in the Paint, seminal. So Denzel makes a lot of sense starting to cover a song like that, and he does a great live. Then he goes into Ultimate, and then he does a very quick encore type song with Cloud Cobain. So those are three of his best songs right there to end it. Ultimate live. The crowd's going apeshit for that one, just bouncing around, really fun. So yeah, really happy I saw Denzel. At last, see him at a small venue, get close, general admissions, the way you want to do it when you see someone like him. So stoked. And now, who is the rapper I want to see most live now that Denzel has been seen? I think it's probably Skepta, to be honest, and I think a lot of British guys are probably towards the top of my list now because I haven't seen many of them. So I'd probably say Skepta and Heady One, AJ Tracy, those are the guys I really want to see the most now that I haven't seen. But yeah, shout out Denzel Curry. Also shout out Kenny Mason. I thought his set was pretty fun. He does good medley of most of his songs. Most of his he does probably the first verse a lot of times, doesn't really finish a lot of the tracks, but his energy was high. I thought the Dreamville cover, the I Got a New Stick song. People lost their minds to that one. Honestly, people were really vibing with him. And 454, who I'm not super familiar with, but he also did a pretty good job for someone who's more of a melodic guy, more of an auto-tuney guy. Speaking to that, Kenny Mason, using the auto-tune mic from time to time, but he did a pretty good job with it just because he knows how to keep energy. He's a bit more experienced at this point. Kind of reminds me of like Prime Migos, where like Quavo would use auto-tune mic all the time, but like still doing his songs as if he wasn't auto-tuned, so like the energy remains. So it was fun. This is a great tour. People should see this one. Pretty loaded. It's fun when you have like real openers like as part of the tour. So as a result, like Denzel doesn't come out till like 10 p.m. because it's like a fully stacked show. So it's like 3 hours. It's great. So yeah, shout out Denzel Curry, man. Looking forward to his next project. I thought Kings of the Mischievous South Volume 2, reviewed that one. Thought it was okay, not my favorite stuff from him. But I mean, Denzel Curry has a high floor as a rapper just because he's so technical and also so fun because he has such, limitless energy, it seems. So yeah, big fan of Denzel Curry. I enjoyed the King of the South tour he's done, King of the Mischievous South tour. But yeah, if you've seen him, let me know what you thought. And for more rap reviews, more concert reviews, subscribe. And I'll see you next time.